Bam!
I'm Jayson Waller with the True Underdog podcast. Excited about today's episode. Underdog Bites, the growth mindset. We all want to grow. But first, let's hear a message from our main sponsor. Today's show has been brought to you by Power Home Solar. It's time to own your power, not rent your power. Don't be left in the dark and start reducing those electricity bills. If you're looking for a career, visit powerhome.com/careers. Bam. Thank you, Power Home Solar. That's right. Let's talk about the growth mindset. That's right. Growth mindset. What does that mean to you? I'll tell you what it means to me. Some people get stuck in that position where they're complacent in life. They really limit themselves. They box themselves in. They don't set a high enough bar because they think they're less than. And that's all mindset. They think they can't get something done. And look, if you think you can or you think you can't, in most cases, you're correct. Right? If you think you can't, you're never going to. If you don't try, you never will. Those are facts. We cannot grow if we do not realize our full potential. And none of us have ever hit our full potential. You got to keep growing. And it's all in your mind. You got to figure out, what am I going to do different today? How am I going to challenge myself today? What am I going to learn from today to be better tomorrow? But do not box yourself in. Too many times, people are out there like, man, I'm only good enough to do this, or I can only, make the team and sit on the bench, or, you're setting your expectations so low. You're limiting yourself, literally limiting yourself. Set your expectations high. Now, goals are different. You want your goals to be short term so you get some wins, right? 30, 60, 90, 180 days. That's what you need to win. But your mindset needs to be unlimited. It needs to be just to the sky, man, to the moon. Like, quit cutting yourself off of what your full potential is. It's so exhausting to see people with so much potential that can do such great things in life, the community, relationships, all these things. And they get insecure, and then they just beat up on themselves, and they tell themselves the negative things, those negative thoughts of, I can't do this, or I won't be able to do that. And they're just so negative. But then you look and you see these people that are just crushing it. Building businesses, they're inspiring people, they're motivating people, they're moving up in the company, their relationship is flourishing. You know why? Because they're positive, because they have a growth mindset, because they don't put a cap on their potential. They're not limiting themselves. I know you're listening right now and you're scared to apply for that job. Don't be. You'll never know if you can get it if you don't try. I know you're listening right now. Maybe you're scared to ask that person out you like on a date. Don't be. You'll never know till you ask. I know you're listening right now and you're thinking about quitting your business, or you're thinking about shutting it down because it's hard. I've been there. I almost shut the doors. 2015, lost over $3 million, was broke, everything back into the business. I kept pushing. I didn't quit. You just downsize, you pivot. Hey, man, look, like I'm going to have to make less right now to invest in this to continue forward. Keep pushing. Don't quit, because that regret will haunt you for the rest of your life. But if you push through, you can be positive. You can get through things. I mean, there's been several moments in my life that I've had as defining moments that have changed my mindset, right? Like when I told myself I could do something, I usually did. When I started a podcast, I was like, I could be a top 50 podcast. Or then I was like, whoa, I hit it. I could be a top 25. I could be a top 10. I could be a top 5. I could be a top 3. You have to set those goals. And you can't just get discouraged if you don't get them in, light speed that you're wanting. We're used to looking at our phones. We want results right now. Like, give me the results. Give me the results. You got to pace yourself, but you have to have no cap. You're limiting yourself, and that's just, you can't do that. Lift the cap up and then set those small goals, right? Not everyone knows how to act and achieve the growth mindset. Some people around you are going to struggle with that. They're going to be negative. They're going to find reasons to not do it. They're going to tell you, what are you doing? That's all hearsay. You don't need to do that. That's bullshit. No, it's not bullshit. Your mind is the strongest thing you've got. And what you put in your mind and mindset is the difference. Like, is the glass half full or is the glass half empty? Is it raining out and you're like, oh, well, the sun's going to come out later, or, hey, or is it raining and you're negative? Like, oh, this is horrible. I'm in the rain. You choose your mood. People like to blame other shit. No, it's you. You wake up and you choose if you're happy, you choose if you're positive, you choose if you're negative, you choose if you're mad. You've got to control that better, but it's all in your mindset. How do you grow? I challenge myself every single day to grow, to learn, to listen, to take it in, to try to share and inspire and, elevate people. But I'm not perfect. I'm growing every day. I mean, I've got no cap. I don't know what unlimited, right? Taking the company, whatever I can do. Like sky is the limit, but I'm doing the small goals, 30 days, 60 days, 90 days. Now, my book came out. All those listeners that have bought my book, you can go to Amazon and download the e-copy. The hardback and the soft book and the audiobook come out sometime in January. Okay. But I want to say thank you to all of those because it was an Amazon top new seller and it was a Wall Street Journal new seller. So I am so thankful. Thank you so many folks that bought the book. The book is called Own Your Power. No BS, no excuses. Your time is now. It's all mindset, right? Talks about some of the stories and entrepreneur things that I've had to incur. Some of it personal, some of it business related, but it's truth there so you can see and be and relate to some of the things I went through. And it's 8 steps to really live a no excuse life, right? One of those things, quotes from the book is, no matter how much of an A player you are on a team and or partnership, you are responsible to keep growing, to skill up and build equity in you. You can be the best. See, the reason I don't like my kids to be the best player on the team, because I'm scared they're going to get complacent and lazy and they're not going to grow. I love my kid to be in the middle, right? I love to be in the middle. I love to surround myself with people that are a little bit more elevated than me, have more knowledge. They're better in life. I want to learn from them, but I also don't want to be at the bottom of the food chain. I like to be in the middle. It's a great spot to be in. Problem is when sometimes when people win or they make a lot of money, famous, basketball players, actors, whatever, right? They'll make all this money and then they'll piss it away after because they got to the top and they got lazy. They get complacent. They're not hungry anymore. And you've got to stay hungry. You've got to stay relevant. You've got to stay motivated to grow every single day. And growing can be learning information and sharing it. It can be building your business. It could be getting better in a relationship. It can be several things, right? Another quote from the book: growth-minded performers don't get their futures handed to them by others. They make their own choices to stay where they are or move on to new opportunities. Think about that. Nothing's handed to them. You don't want anything handed to you. You want to earn your own way. You want to learn your own way. You want to control your destiny. You want to create your own map. You want to set the standards you want to live with. You want to set the goals that you want to accomplish. You want to set the expectations of where you're going to be and elevated in life and what your potential is, which should be unlimited. Everyone on here should be like, I've got unlimited potential. Never cap yourself. But you get to do that. The growth-minded folks, you get to really dictate in your mind what you want to do. And sky is the limit. I mean, if I can do all this, you can. I'm nothing special. Didn't finish high school, didn't go to college. Shoot, most of you can spell words better than I can. I guarantee it. But I learn and I listen and I elevate, and I learn and I listen and I elevate, and I have this growth mindset of I want to grow and I want to be the best and I want to win and I want to teach and I want to learn. And that's all in your head, right? Another quote from the book: looking back, I certainly learned the importance of building a growth-minded team around me that believes in the mission as much as I do. It's how we stay at the top of the industry, at the top of our roles, and win in all other areas of our lives. I just talked about it. Listen, growth mindset's not just for work. I mean, you could be pushing a broom at a grocery store and you could still have growth mindset because you're gaining knowledge, you're reading a book, you're learning from people, you're bettering your life, you're fulfilling your life. Fulfillment is success, not money, not tangible items, not your role in a business. Fulfillment our success is fulfillment. Okay. So the only way you're successful is if you're fulfilling yourself. And that's different for everybody, right? Everybody's DNA is different. It's different for them. For me, it's really, empowering and elevating people to change their lives, whether it be our customers, whether it be our employees, whether it be my family. I really want to do that. That's fulfilling for me. Also, winning is fulfilling for me. I chase success. I love to win. The money, I don't chase the money. I chase the success to be a winner, right? Because I felt like I was a loser as a kid. Like people held me down and said hateful things, and I wanted to win. And I wanted to win on my chain, my map. I wanted it to be me that won. Nobody gave it to me, and I wanted to earn it. And you have to have that mindset of, I want to do this. And the most important thing is surrounding yourself with people like that mindset. I've surrounded myself with the best executive team anybody can ask for. We all bring our own superpowers to the realm, right? Each one of us has something we're super great at. And then we all have a few things that we're really good at, and then we lack in others. And that's where we all fit in. I always talk about the puzzle in life and the puzzle in business, right? Put everyone together, and that's how you build that up. That's what I've got around me. I've surrounded myself with growth-minded growth mindset folks that can really help elevate me. I can help elevate them. And we can elevate our directors, and then they're growth minded. Then they can elevate our employees, and that's how it works. And I try to do the same, with my family. Like, how do you elevate them? And it's important to stay on top of everything you want to do to grow, to challenge yourself, to not get complacent. And, I do all that. And that's why we're the top solar company. We're keeping our roles, we're growing, and we're doing everything we can. And it's because I really try to keep that mindset. I get a team around me. You want people around you that think like you do. You don't want negative Nellies. You don't want people bitching, complaining, finding excuses. You don't need none of that nonsense. It's ridiculous. All right. Ridiculous. Now, I'm going to give you some actionable tips right here. Dedicate time, effort, and energy to change your mindset. I'll say it again. Dedicate time, effort, and energy to change your mindset. We all sometimes fall in that negative Nelly mode. Got to reset, got to take the time, focus, and start saying things positive. Instead of saying, I can't do something, think, I can't do it yet, or I can do it. If you just change can't with can, game changer. If you just start putting I am in front of things, I am great, I am positive, I am good looking, I am successful, I am loving. If you just start putting I am in front of those things as well, that's also going to help your mindset. And you have to do this. Like, I'm not just saying it to say it. Like, you have to really say these words out loud. You have to train your brain. It's a muscle. You can't just wing it. I've tried to wing it. You can't. You got to tell yourself these things and reset, and tell yourself these things and reset, and stay positive. Change the I can'ts with I can, and put I am in front of a lot of things. Don't put negative stuff. You need to keep positive, right? I would also say focus on your strengths of what you can do. You're never going to be great at everything, and that's okay. That's okay, because if Steph Curry was great at everything, he'd have a quadruple double, right? I mean, he'd have 10 blocks, he'd have 10 assists, he'd have 10 rebounds, and he'd have 50 points. He doesn't. He has 50 points and 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, right? Because he's great at scoring, and he's okay or good at the other stuff. That's okay. That's how we are in life, right? I'm not good at the financials. I'm not a CFO. That's not my giddy up. I can't do. I'm not good at corporate infrastructure and, all of these corporate, like, that's not my deal. My deal is vision, inspiration, motivation, sales, efficiency. Like, everyone brings their strengths to the table, right? You need to focus on your strengths, and you have them. If you don't know, start to dig in and see what you like, see what you're good at, and utilize those. Spend more time on those than the stuff that you're okay at or average. Don't waste your time on that. Stay positive and focus on the things you're really great at, your strengths, and make sure you're using that in your growth mindset to elevate yourself. Take more calculated risks in order to grow. Listen, scared money don't make money. I say it all the time. If you're not willing to bet on yourself, nobody's going to bet on you. If you're not willing to bet on what you believe in, nobody will, you won't ever get it done. You can't win if you don't put the money on the table to try to win. That's just how it is. You have got to go ahead and take a chance in order to be successful. You can't just ride the wave. Like, you've got to get your ass in there and make a change. You got to put in the work. You got to bet on yourself. It's got to be effortless when you're done. Like, you busted your ass. And you're like, this is just normal to me. I just get up and this is what I do, right? Get out of your comfort zone and learn something new. Be comfortable being uncomfortable. My boy Jeff F. said that in a podcast way back. He said, in today's world, you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable. That's true. You got to get used to it. I don't like to be comfortable. I like to be on edge. I like things like that. Keeps me busy, keeps my mind growing. I don't want to be complacent. Nobody does. Nobody. Now, individuals who believe their talents can grow and improve faster. So if you know you've got talents and you're positive, not everyone's going to think, oh, I got no talents. You have something. God gave you something. Find out what that is and start to use that to grow and improve. You need to encourage other people. As you're starting to grow, make sure that you're encouraging not only yourself, but those people around you that want to grow. It's very important because you don't know what they're going through, to give some encouragement and, help them elevate as well, right? Develop a growth mindset is a process and does not happen overnight. I can't tell you this. You're going to listen to it, and then tomorrow you're going to be like, yes, Jayson, bam, I have a growth mindset. It doesn't work that way. You've got to really, it's got to become a habit. You got to do it several days in a row, start having that change happen, right? And so just listen, leave with this. Wake up being positive, put a smile on your face. Find the energy to get through things. Quit quitting. You don't need to quit. Regret happens when you quit. Don't quit. Stay positive. Tell yourself positive things. Focus on your strengths. You do those 5 things. That's going to be a game changer. You're going to have major growth mindset. That's a wrap here on True Underdog. Bam!
And that concludes another episode here on True Underdog. If you're interested in hearing more, make sure you subscribe at iHeartRadio, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, or the YouTube channel. You can always visit TrueUnderdog.com, subscribe to all of them. Make sure you check out our newest episodes coming out on Mondays and Thursdays. True Underdog, baby. Bam!